Hey, good morning. It's awfully bright where I am. I'm standing in the sunshine, and I wanted to just get this quick scope to you as I'm starting my morning off with the Lord. And I just wanted to drop this quick word for you. My wonderful administrator is going to be mad because I did not announce to everyone, good morning, that I was going to do this. But I just wanted to drop this word with you really quick. I have not taken the time to give you my review of the movie Risen, and I will do that at some point, but I'm gonna go see it again next week, so I will be talking about it. So good morning to you all who are getting on this scope. Bless you for those who will watch the replay. But I wanted to say this to you this morning: be resurrected. I'm reminded of some tough seasons in my past, and several years ago when I just had some difficult things that I was working through, and God was working through me, and there came a day where I had to forgive myself, and I had to forgive others, and I had to pick myself up and begin to walk out the call of the Lord in my life. I could no longer hold on to the broken season that I had. I could no longer allow myself or other people to remind me of the mistakes of my past. And I had to get up from that place and begin to walk out the call of God in my life. And so I'm saying the same thing to you this morning. After 3 days, he rose. After 3 days, he was resurrected, and he came from death, and he went to life. And when he rose with all power in his hands. And so I'm saying to you, those of you who replay and rehearse not the good things of God, but the negative things of your life, the mistakes of your past, the failures, the things that you missed, the things that you failed to comprehend and understand, and the blessings of God that you could not hold in your hands and you allowed to slip through your fingers, there comes a point in your life when you have to be resurrected. When you have to make a break with your past and with the opinions of other people and what they've said about you, and you have to agree with God and be resurrected. Last night, I was at a wonderful service, and it's a ministry that focuses on freedom and liberty, and I absolutely adore that. Y'all know I'm the liberty woman. Good morning. Bless you. I am the liberty and freedom woman. And so it's a ministry that does a little bit of praying, and then before you know, we're in worship, and we spend so much time just soaking in the Lord's presence and allowing him to redeem us, allowing him to reform us, refashion us, and just to fill us up. And in that place is where he loves on us so deeply that we are full. And then we no longer have the ability to hold on to the heavy weights of our past. We're so full of his presence that there's no room and no space for condemnation. There's no room and no space for shame. There's no more room. There's no space anymore for the opinions of others, the critique, right, that comes. It's just being alone in his presence where he makes us like him. Good morning. Good to see you. And thank you. And so I say that to say, in the middle of the service, God was just moving. And there came a point where they began to pray for some people, move in the prophetic, lay hands on some folks. And the pastor of the house sent me over to pray for somebody. And so when you go somewhere, be open. When you go somewhere, be ready to be used by God. Even if that was not your plan, God has a greater plan. And so as I prayed for this mother and I prayed for her and over her, God began to say something to me that did not make much sense to me at the time. And I looked at this woman, and she was claiming her call. She was saying, yes, God, I know what he's about to do in my life, and all of that. It was just awesome. But what God was saying to me was contrary to her position. And all I could hear God say was, no longer should you be in a place of penance. You've done enough. And God kept saying, she's done enough. She's done enough penance. She's done enough penance. I've forgiven her. I've forgiven her. She's done enough penance. And so I'm saying to many of you today, you have prayed, you have said every morning, God, forgive me. You said, God, I know I made a mistake. God, forgive me. God, forgive me. Every morning you're getting up. Every time that you come before the Lord, you're saying, God, forgive me. I repent, God. And God said, I forgave you the very first time that you said it. He said, I forgave you. You no longer have to do penance. He said that is not his way, that you would come before him every morning, every day, laying on your face saying, God, forgive me for this thing I did so long ago. And so I say to you this morning, be resurrected. After 3 days, come on now, you have toiled enough, you have cried enough, you've laid on your face long enough about that issue, that thorn in your side. You have repented enough for it. You've asked for forgiveness enough for that. And God said, I forgave you at the very moment that you asked me. Be resurrected. He says, now begin to walk out what I've called you to with no condemnation, no shame. He said, oh yes, your haters and your so-called friends are going to remind you of your yesterday. They're going to look back at who you once were, and they're going to say, I remember when you did this. I remember who you used to be. But God says, no matter. No matter. He says, because you have favor with me. And if you have favor with me, I'll make sure you have favor with man. So my message to you today, yes, your haters will be your elevators. I love that. Just know, be resurrected today. Lift yourself up from that place. And I say to you, lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be lifted up, ye everlasting doors. And what's going to happen? The King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? He's the Lord, strong and mighty. Who is this King of glory? He's the Lord, mighty in battle. Lift up your heads this morning and be ye resurrected. I love you all. Have a great day. That was just a short word for you today. Be resurrected today, for he is risen, and he is risen upon you. Mwah. Love you all. Take care, guys. Thank you for joining me. And for those who watch the replay, God bless you. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. And you'll be seeing me again soon. Have a great day. Bye. Love you. Love you back.